السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أخوكم كان عند من قناة amah entertainment. رجعت لكم فيديو جديد نكمل سلسلة hogwarts legacy. المرة اللي طافت وقفنا بعد ما ضاربنا الترول في المدينة في القرية وحركات. الحين بنكمل في القصة الرئيسية. أنا عند البروفيسور.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls to...
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade? With Rookwood?
أيوة.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me. And he would have, had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
سيدي بشأن مخلوقات القبل في ما أدري منه.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
Okay.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
ما يشوف العلامات.
A restricted section to be precise.
الحين هو ما
A
يشوفها.
bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
Okay.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
اوكي يعطيك العافية. زين اعطانا مهمة جانبية نسويها على سبة نتعلم سحر جديد وبعدين نكمل القصة الرئيسية. فبسويها وبرجع لكم.
Concentrate and keep your wand steady.
زين تعلمنا التعويذة الجديدة فالحين نسير ونقول حق البروفيسور احنا جاهزين.
there
بروفيسور يلا جاهز.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Hecat.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer.
يلا نسير.
So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
شو الحين بروفيسور؟
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But
ما فيني
Professor,
صبر.
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
اوكي يعطيك العافية. تعال نسير نشوف لنا الدور الثاني ندخل في المكتبة. سباستيان انت قلت مرة نقدر ندش هذا.
Sebastian, there you are.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks.
فعليك حاب
Not many
اخبرك.
students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
لانك سليذرن بس بخبرك.
Seems he's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this port key.
A port key? To Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was there. Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly
أيوة.
serious.
بالضبط.
Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood.
صديقي
Your secret's
احتفظ بالسر.
safe with me.
بالضبط شاطر.
Whatever it is.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am.
يلا
Meet
زين.
me outside the library tonight. And tell no one.
يعطيك العافية. ما نخاف
Thank
احنا،
you,
ما نسأل
Sebastian.
أسئلة
I'll
سخيفة.
meet you later.
يلا.
See there? That's the door we need to reach.
اوكي.
And
كيف؟
those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner. So don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light. Just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean
Okay.
I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
يلا بيعلمنا بعد سبل جديد أو تعويذة جديدة. بالله.
Quietly now.
يلا. ارجع ريوس 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 ريوس. تعال.
If I can see you, the prefects might be able to as well.
اوكي.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually. But
Usually.
it'll still be alright. Do you see her desk behind me?
أيوة.
The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
اوكي.
You
فكرة جيدة.
distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
واثق فيك صديقي فاليكس بس. يلا نفذ الخطة.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
يمكن لا.
The key.
خذ المفتاح.
That wasn't so difficult after all. Now to find that book.
يلا. قبول. خلاص اوكي فهمنا.
Ghost, don't let her see you.
اوكي.
Should be in the clear now. There's no need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to Saint Mungo's.
اها شوف هالصندوق.
But I can
هذا اللي
research
فيه
on
عين.
my own. No need to concern
هذا إذا
yourself
رحت
with
له
that
شي
right now.
بيعصب وما
Let's
بيطيع
focus on
يفتح.
what you're after.
فإذا
Which is
صرنا شوي
what
بعيد عنه
precisely?
I'll know it when I
Okay.
see it.
استخدمنا
You're
الاسم
being awfully
الجديد.
cryptic.
بيدور يقول لك راحوا بيرقد. تسير عنده وتفتح حصل 500 على مرتاح. تقول له ويب.
Levioso!
Who have we here? Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be.
ايوه شو بتسوي؟
Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't
I'm
you...
going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
لا تتورط في
I don't
المتاعب
want you
حاسبة.
getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search.
يلا يعطيك العافية
Now,
ما قصرت.
where's that damned poltergeist got to?
احنا
I know
نكمل
just as
مشوارنا.
well to repair this armor.
اوكي.
Revelio.
ريبليو. دور كنوز اهم شيء.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
خذ لك هذه الضربة. تعال إلى هنا.
Incendio.
بعد في غيرهم؟ امسك.
Accio. Incendio.
ايجو. عارف صديقي عارف. زين. بعد فايت ثاني. اوه في صندوق هناك. اوكي. برتيجو. تعال الى هنا.
Incendio.
اوكي دمرناهم. زين كيف نوصل حق هذاك الصندوق؟ اتوقع بيكون في درب سري.
Revelio.
مفروض. اوه اوكي. بلي. يا سلام. هذا ليش في شيء تحت الماء؟ انزين اول شيء كن سريعين. قفزة. هذا شيء. اوكي عشان رد ما نبغى رد. شوف النظارة الجديدة. اوكي طبعا بس جدا. اوكي.
This must be the way forward, but to where? Revelio.
صندوق ثاني هنا. حلوين. جمب. اوكي ما لازم، هذا لازم ضروري. زين معلومة بعد ما، لأن هذا لما تشوفوا احنا عندنا 14 من 20 حلوين، مقفول أعلى ليفل. المهم 14 من 20، فبين كل مهمة لازم نبيع عشان نحصل فلوس ونوفر مكان. نصائح من ذهب. اوكي نرجع. اوبا
Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
اوكي هيلث وفاز حلو. تعال. لا 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 اي شو ريبيرو؟ سديو ايوه. امسك برتيجو. تعال امسك برتيجو. امسك برتيجو. برتيجو.
It is a book after all.
حصلنا الكتاب حلو. It is a book after all. ذاكرة دخلنا يقول مقطع فيديو أحد الذكريات. مساكين حالة جفاف. يلعب في الجو حركات.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald? Professor Rackham?
Miss Isadora Morganach.
Okay,
welcome.
Professor Rookwood? Professor McCaw?
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
اوه يعني مش انا اول طالب يدخل في السنة الخامسة بعد هاي البنت.
Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
عندها نفس قدراتي.
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Sebastian.
مسكين سباستيان
Leaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But
that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me.
اجبرتك ولا ما اجبرتك؟ ما
You're a
اجبرتك.
bright boy. Don't waste this.
there was nobody else. I came alone.
صديق
Oh,
وفي.
Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
وفي. بروفيسور.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood?
صادق البروفيسور.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's...
والله راح تقف في الصندوق. سولف.
Visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Revelio.
في صندوق ثاني؟ لا. اوكي.
Sir,
بروفيسور.
I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It
بالضبط.
was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section?
أيوة.
But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best
بذكاء
you spare me the
ودهاء.
details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look.
شوف هذا الكتاب اللي حصلنا.
Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing.
ايوه في صفحات ناقصة. شو
It
الحل؟
appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time.
بعد
I
sometime.
wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive, Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
اوكي. شو بتقول لهم؟
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
اوكي.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return.
اوكي.
Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as
اوكي
well.
يعطيك العافية ما قصرت. كلاس جديد ويوم جديد وحياة طبيعية.
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
وسطت.
Oh, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
يا سلام أنا وردة شكرا.
We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio.
Okay.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
سدادات.
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease.
Okay.
Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
زي ما خليتي أنا سمخان.
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting table.
I wonder if hippogriffs like...
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor.
Pick
them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Okay.
Let's see how to balance my staff.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion. As you all should know from Professor Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Okay, Professor. حاضرين.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you.
Gryffindor.
I'm Leander. Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good.
نقدر نسترجع شاب عنها.
He's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh.
Here we are. Home of the champ. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the rest.
Okay. طلقي.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the Dino.
Revelio.
They left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Just because those cabbages will chomp on a dummy doesn't mean they do the same on, say, a goblin.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen.
Okay.
Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
Okay. يلا جلبوي هيك.
I'll see you back in class.
Revelio.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Okay. يلا المهمة اللي بعدها.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my...
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion.
Okay.
Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own.
Okay. سهل.
You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
لعباتي. يعني هذا المفروض يكون بروفيسور سنايب اللي شاف الافلام.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir.
جاهز.
Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients.
Okay.
Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased.
Okay.
Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing.
Okay, يلا
We'll
يلا
see if
بسرعة.
it was skill or luck the first time around.
Skills طبعا.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of...
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Adurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Okay. ليش لا?
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Okay.
A well-prepared ritual.
هذا حقي. هذا حقي. وهذا حقي. وهذا حقه.
Your potion stations organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Adurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Okay. نشوف شو بتسوي.
Proficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be...
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it! Again.
جريفندور. جريفندور لازم يكون متخلف ما أعرف.
What happened?
ويزلي بعد.
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own.
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Mr. Weasley?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions.
ما سويت شيء غلط.
I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet.
Okay.
In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Okay, يعطيك العافية. ما قصرت.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks.
ليش ما تدخلتي؟
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
مو بشغلتك.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us.
يمكن.
Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Okay.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair, and you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I'm going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more.
Okay.
In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
مشكورة ما قصرت يعطيك
Be
العافية.
on your guard.
Okay.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be sick.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
أيوة. تعب فيك شوي يمين ويسار. منو؟ روديغو. أنا هالزعيم مالكم.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
صدق؟ تمت إضافة عدد الجنين قسم قتلات الدليل المدني يمكن أن تتعلم بعض المعلومات
Get over here, you insolent witch!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
بالضبط. يا سلام. سمع. الله أخلاق هذه أخلاق. تعال.
No! No! No!
Incendio.
ما بتاخذونه ولا عاد جثتي. والله حتوفي.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
ما قصر ما
Are you all
قصر.
right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin?
Merlin.
Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
زعانة سليذرين. Okay.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret.
Okay.
No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Okay.
I brought a trunk chock full of mallow sweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
Okay.
I have the mallow sweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features.
يا ماما بسرعة.
On the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now? Incendio.
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pile sink.
أيوة. حلنا اللغز وانت سنين وسنين تدرسين.
Merlin's beard! How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research.
Okay.
My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more.
Okay.
I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
ونكون هنا وصلنا لنهاية المقطع. لا تنسى الاشتراك واللايك والشير ونشوفكم في المقطع القادم. السلام عليكم.